Well, Captain Awesome, looks like you got yourself in a bit of trouble. What with all the angry sheep of yours running around defending their precious hero, George Carlin. And I'll admit, I was on their side for a little while. I actually was. Your video kinda got me to think about it a bit more, and I've actually been up all day racking my brain thinking about this, and just a little while ago I realized, yeah, you're right. Every single... Actually, it wasn't even really you who convinced me about this. It was seeing when I very first typed in George Carlin this morning, just to see the videos. The very first one that popped up was one by our good friend Sexy Phil, who, of course, with their shock value titles saying, George Carlin dead at 71, with an exclamation mark at the end. Just for shock value, just to get more viewers, and that's when I say, why? You have hundreds of thousands of people watching your videos every day. Why do you need more? Why do you need to exploit George Carlin's death like this? And I mean, I have respect for George Carlin. I think he's one of the greatest comedians of our time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a George Carlin hater. Just because there's no pictures of George Carlin in this video and there's no Linkin Park playing in the background as a tribute, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a George Carlin hater. It's quite the opposite, actually. I enjoyed George Carlin immensely, but when Cam Awesome said, I didn't know him personally, I have no reason to be sad, that kind of, woke me up, realizing, the only thing that... I don't think anyone has a reason to be sad about George Carlin passing, really. The only thing we all saw of George Carlin was his character that he played on stage, his work, things that he spent his life doing. It's still all up there. It's still here. He's not, but the stuff that he created is still here. And why can't we just be happy with that? His work is still here. That's all we ever saw of him. That's why we like him. Why do we have to be sad that he's gone? Just because he can't make any new ones. I think that's really the whole thing. People crave new things. That's why people make sequels to shitty movies like the Pink Panther 2 coming out. It's gonna suck, by the way. And just scrolling through the comments of Cam Awesome's video talking about realistically what's happened to George Carlin, how he's affected all of us. He really hasn't. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people out there who are saying, he inspired me to be a better person, he was my hero. Of course, he was a good guy. I don't see why being a good guy could be considered a hero. I mean, I'm a good guy. I don't consider myself a bad guy. I don't run around desecrating tombstones and making fun of people all day. Well, kind of. But, I never really mean it. Everything I say is a joke. I think that's what everyone needs to be like. People need to stop taking things so damn seriously. And anything can inspire a person. Anything can inspire someone. Seeing a rock roll down a hill could inspire someone to make the greatest painting of all time. Being inspired by George Carlin is nothing special. He was inspirational. That's what's to be expected of him. Now let's just let him rest in peace, please. Oh, and one last thing before I go. Reading over Captain Awesome's comments again, there's a lot of people who are saying unsubscribed. Do you think making fun of religion is what makes you so popular? And, they're criticizing Captain Awesome for being a celebrity, yet he's mocking celebrities. He isn't anything like a celebrity. He has 12,000 subscribers on YouTube.com. That means absolutely nothing to mainstream society. Absolutely nothing. He is not a celebrity by any stretch of the word. He appeared in a newspaper once. That's probably the closest thing he ever got to be a celebrity. And I do find it pretty amazing how... I've been guilty of this a few times too. This has happened to me a few times. Whenever I make videos that, kind of disagree with some funny things. Ha ha ha. I make fun of that, so that means I'm cool. Ha ha ha. Yes, you are cool, Slappa. Good job. But when something like this happens, when he's just simply stating that I don't care either way that George Carlin is dead, people love to just get on his case. The sheep like to maim him. And I don't see any reason for it. He's just stating his opinion. which he has done since he joined this fucking site 2 years ago, and you've never had a problem with it until now. In fact, you subscribed to him because of it. So why is it such a problem now? Because George Carlin is dead and he was your little celebrity fuck buddy? No, he wasn't. You likely never even met him. Anyone who says they met someone famous on the internet is 99% of the time lying, so don't buy that shit. I mean, even if you did meet George Carlin, it probably wasn't for more than like 10 minutes. How much can 10 minutes affect someone's life? That's my question. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know, I don't think so. Captain Awesome, I think you're right about this. Don't make an apology video, which people are thinking that you should make. Don't do it. You have your right to your fucking opinion. I think your opinion is right. I think every George Carlin video out there right now, besides for like yours and this one, I'm not even gonna put George Carlin in the tags for this one, is just get rich quick scheme, kind of like, get more subscribers really quick on YouTube so you can have a 1% more chance of making money on YouTube. It's just stupid. And if Carlin was still alive, I'm pretty sure no one would be on your case right now. Like, I know I heard this from someone on he responded to your video, and he said something along the lines of, it's funny how suddenly when something dies it becomes good. Like, he gave the example of Saddam Hussein. People hated the hell out of him, and they loved to hate him, I guess, until he got executed. In which case, people were crying, and oh, he didn't deserve it. He was a good guy inside, and no, you people just shut up. You're all stupid. No one has the right to speak. And since I've been making up paradoxes lately, I might as well come up with this paradox. Well, mention this paradox I've come up with. No one is smart enough to justify their intelligence. Good fucking bye. Rest in peace, Carlin.